Hey, Bill, I'm a Yemeni guy who has been, I hope I'm saying that right, no disrespect here, who's been living in Europe. Although everything is going all right, I want to ask your advice because I can relate to your personality. Hang on a second, sir. I'm assuming you're from Yemen. What is Yemeni? What is a Yemeni? To whom is a is a Yemenite? Oh, why did that all disappear? What is a Yemeni? Come on. All right. Relating to Yemen or its people. Holy shit, I was right. That's a nice flag. They got a nice flag. I like just the 3 bars. I'm a big 3-bar flag guy. France, Italy, Ireland, Yemen. All right. What do you guys think of the new Russian flag? I kind of like the old one. The old one was the shit. All red with that sickle. I thought that one was fucking dope. The new one's all right. What is it? Red, white, and blue? Holy shit, they got the same colors as us. Is that what it is? It's something like that. I don't know. I was watching this whole thing about Vladimir Putin poisoning these guys and shit. Allegedly. I have no idea. I was watching it on 60 Minutes, so it's got to be true, right? Tick, 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 tick. All right, Yemeni guy in Europe. All right, I've been over there for the last 6 fucking years. I want to ask you a question because I can relate to your personality. My family has been living in a war zone in Yemen for the past 2 years. Our old house there was bombed and my father was inside, but the lucky bastard came out without a scratch. I miss them and wish I could help them, but that's kind of not possible now. All right. I already feel like this is going to be way over my head. Before that, I lost some good old friends that I knew for more than 10 years because of some stupid incidents. Was beaten by a gang of more than 15 men in Malaysia on a trip there for no reason. And my 2-year ex-girlfriend at the time cheated on me with their current boyfriend. Isn't this fucking amazing? This guy's from the other side of the planet and it's the exact same shit. Gang violence, and your fucking girl got sick of you and fucking banged somebody else. Cheated on me with her current boyfriend while I was on that trip, I guess, to Malaysia, and didn't have the decency to break up with me before that. She was my first. What are you going to do? People are young. They don't know how to break up. So they wait till you go to Malaysia and they fuck somebody. I mean, this is a time-honored tradition of how to break up with somebody. All right? So if you're with your first love, what have we learned? Do not go by yourself to Malaysia. I don't know how many times I brought that up on this podcast. You cannot go to fucking Malaysia. All right. I just graduated from college, have a beautiful girlfriend, which I love, and feel blessed with what I have. I know that I was an asshole at certain moments in my life, but I have changed a long time ago, and I'm still trying to be more honest, clear, and focused. Well, welcome to the club, sir. I'm currently looking for a job in Germany, and will try to apply after that for a German passport, which will make my life much easier and allow me to start a company and sustain myself without being dependent on others. Exactly. You want to work for yourself. I know that you have lived certain moments in your life where you were faced with challenges that might have taught a lesson, but at the same time left a mark on your self-confidence. How did you empower yourself, and what advice would you give a young man like me confronting life's challenges? That's it, fuckface. Congratulations on your baby, and fuck you. Now, there's a guy, okay, who speaks at least 3 languages and still is able to break balls. Isn't that amazing? He probably speaks Yemeni, Yemenite, Yemenasian, whatever the fuck he speaks, right? He knows that one. He's in Germany, so he's got to speak that language. Und why are you in this space, right? And he can also speak English. How did I empower myself? I used to just say shit out loud to myself. You know, when I would feel the dark cloud of doubt coming in, I would just, and it took me a while, but but I mean, I wasn't facing what you're facing. Being an immigrant, So, I mean, you're facing way more than I did. But the fact that, I don't know, you're trying to become a better person. You know to reach out for help and all that. I think my gut says you're going to be fine. What you have to do in general is when the doubt comes in, you got to beat the shit out of it. You know, you have to. The biggest thing is that you're conscious of the self-doubt. So once you're conscious of it, you can then address it. It's when you're really young and you're not conscious of it, and that thought comes in, and then you start dwelling on it, and then it just washes over your whole body, and you can literally, have a fucking panic attack. What you have to do, I did anyways, is, you try to cancel it out with the positive thought. I know this sounds like hokey shit, but I used to just say shit out loud. I read some book one where, and it started off with I would just be walking down the street, walking by other people, and I would just randomly be like, yeah, fuck that. Be looking at me like I was nuts. But I was like, fuck that negative thought. I mean, I wouldn't yell it, but I would kind of just say, fuck that. No, it isn't. No, it isn't, right? No, it won't, or whatever the hell it was. And then it just became like when I moved to New York and trying to get in at the clubs. I knew I was going to get in, but, the day-to-day just seemed like impossible. And, the club owners and everything, and, some of them were cool and others enjoyed the fact that you were desperate and just really enjoyed that position of power over you. And I would walk out of the club dejected. I was afraid, am I going to run out of money? I don't have a job right now. I'm doing driving back to Massachusetts to fucking feature in Dick Doherty's rooms. That was not barely covering, living in New York. Every time you stepped outside, you blew $20, $30, And what I said was, I'm tougher than you, New York, is that what I would say. As hokey as that sound, that's what the city would kick me in the balls, and then I would just mumble that to myself. Sometimes 6 times in a row until I got that thought on my head. And I would just say, and then I would just be like, I'm going to get in the clubs. I'm going to get in, and I'm going to make a living. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Fuck that. I mean, something like that. That's what I had to do. And then it just, and that continues throughout your fucking life. And, then you get to my age, and I'm doing great and everything. But there's always your mortality around the fucking corner. And how I've kind of mentally dealt with death, the inevitable death, is that that I just think it's going to be a great experience. You know what I mean? That I don't think anything bad happens to you when you die. Either you just go into the ground and then that's it. And then that's it. You got to be a person on this planet as opposed to like a fucking mosquito. You got the best fucking experience. Hopefully you did. And then that's it. It's fucking over. Or you become something else. And I just don't think that is bad. I just don't think it doesn't make any sense that it would then just be bad. I don't know. I hope that helps you. I got a little off the rails there. So what I would say is you just baby step your way, and like for me, making it as a comedian was like a 20-year fucking 15, 20-year process. I was not the overnight. I didn't have the hook. I didn't have any of that fucking shit. And I just basically every day, was fucking hacking at the tree until it came down. And, you just don't quit. That's it. You just don't quit. You don't give it a negative thought. And every day you just fucking take a few steps towards it. And then one day you just wake up and you're where you wanted to be. And you're like, and how the fuck did that happen? It's funny. You don't feel any different, So, but you'll be all right. I think you're going to be all right. You speak 3 different fucking languages. You can break balls in English. I mean, you sound like you got a great sense of humor, and you're going to be fine.